It's interesting how something can stay with you for years without you really knowing why. There are things we like, we feel connected to, and we don't always question it. But sometimes when we look a little closer, we realize maybe there was a reason all along. Hi everyone, I'm Sophie. Today I'm wearing this hoodie, and this is not just any hoodie. My husband bought this for me about 13 years ago at a random truck stop, and I've kept it all these years. And the funny thing is, this character right here, Betty Boop, isn't she so cute? Like on the arm like here, and then in the back too. I've actually liked her for much longer than 13 years. I remember seeing her when I was younger, growing up in Korea. I don't even remember exactly where and when, but I just remember that I liked her. At the time, it wasn't anything deep. I just thought she was cute. When I was really little, I loved Hello Kitty. But somehow, as I grew older, I naturally moved on to Betty Boop. Maybe because Hello Kitty was like a child and Betty Boop felt like a woman. So it was just a very natural transition, I would say. And even through my adult life, when I had to order my bank checks book, which we don't really use anymore. But anyway, when I saw a Betty Boop design, I didn't even think twice. I just picked it. But recently, I realized that I've liked her so long, but then I don't know much about her. So I got curious and I thought, why not learn about her and share what I learned with you? And what I found was more interesting than I expected. Betty Boop was created in 1930 by Max Fleischer. And she first appeared in a cartoon called Dizzy Dishes. Well, me and you probably too young to know that. Anyway, she became very popular during the jazz age. And she was known for her playful personality, her iconic voice, and her famous line, boop da doop. I think it goes like, boop da doop, boop da doop. At the time, she was actually considered quite bold and expressive. But in the 1930s, there were new rules in Hollywood about what was considered appropriate. So Betty Boop's character started to change. Her style became more modest, her personality became more toned down, and over time, her popularity also declined. But even though she changed on the surface, she didn't disappear completely. Years later, she came back again as a cultural icon. And even today, people still love her, like me. And that is where I started thinking, why did I like her for so long without even knowing her story? Maybe it wasn't just about how she looked. Maybe it was something deeper. Because when I look at her now, I don't just see a cute character. Yes, she is still a character, but let's personalize her for a minute. So I see someone who went through changes, but still remained recognizable. And it made me think about us, not just women, but people in general. I think a lot of times we try so hard to adjust ourselves to fit in. We change how we speak, how we dress, how we act. But when we try to act like someone else for so long, it gets exhausting. It takes so much energy, and eventually it shows because it's not really who we are. I believe this. You don't have to fit into every group. There are people who will like you for who you are. There will be people you will find naturally connected to. That's how real relationships are formed. So when I think about Betty Boop now, yes, she changed over time, but somehow she never completely lost her identity. And I think that's why she's still so loved today. And for sure, that's why I liked her all along without ever realizing it. And this made me think about myself too. Maybe after watching this video, we can take a quiet moment for ourselves. Just sit somewhere comfortable, take a few deep breaths, and ask ourselves, am I trying to fit into something? Or am I truly comfortable with who I am? There's no right or wrong answer, just something to think about. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye!